All right, so welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this beautiful edition of Power Rankings for the Redeem the Trash document. Not for the document, for these 12 teams. Look at these 12 teams. And you might think that we'd be going through every single one of them, but that's really passe. No, we will go through one of them. But we're not going to really rank them for how they're going to do in this meta. We're actually going to rank them on something completely different. So let me, we're going to resize this column to be 100, 200. Do we want 200? That may be a little too wide. Sure. And then we're gonna, how do I zoom out? Where's the zoom button? Yeah, hide this. What is this thing here? No, I don't, oh yeah. Where's the zoom button? Okay, well, this is good enough. All right, so what we're actually going to do is we're actually going to see how well these teams, insert one column left, there we go. We're going to see how well these teams do. We're going to insert one column right, or make those two very small. This will be a small column, and this will be a small column. This actually can be invisible, it doesn't matter. And we're going to figure out how well would these teams do against, when I need this. We're going to do this whole thing. We're going to figure out how well these teams do against a certain team list. So we're going to add a few Pokemon to the team list. We're going to go with Groudon, Astrodon, Grimmsnarl, Charizard, Zacian Crown, and Zacian Crown, and of course Incineroar. So we're going to say that these are all, we're going to say these are all, 0-point mons. And we're literally only putting the zeros there for fun. Also fun, look, these have a slash through them and this doesn't. There we go. All right, so anyway, so we've got that. So now we should be able to look at the rosters. And now we're going to go with Groudon, Incineroar, Zacian Crowned, Grimmsnarl, what else? What's on Charizard? Yeah, it's Charizard G-Max, but that's okay. And what's it called? What's the other one? It's Triple G. Oh yeah, of course, Gastrodon. So, and we will call this. That. And we're gonna say RINYA SUN. I'm gonna post it here actually. Sorry. We're not gonna do source V6, we're gonna do source, I think, F5. There we go. RINYA SUN. Okay, so the real question is, how would your team do against RINYA SUN? So this is what I'm very excited about. Oh, Hang on. A metaphor. Something. This is a metaphor for life. Okay, anyway. So, how would your team do against RINYA SUN? And I will give you a grade. Okay? So, we're going to put this here. We're going to change the background to white. Text is so we'll say Apple A. Okay, perfect. So that's how it'll look. Okay, so first off, let's look at how Apple's team would do against RINYA SUN. So first thing I see is you got Mr. Mime provides fake out, which is really nice. Rapidash has Flash Fire, which could be very important. Rapidash also outspeeds Groudon. So like a Mr. Mime G Rapidash lead isn't that bad. Does it get dunked on by Zacian Crown? Yes. How not to get dunked on by Zacian Crown? Unfortunately, there's no Intimidate here. So if you can somehow like persuade them to leave the Zacian Crown at home, I think you'd be okay. Vileplume actually I think is a really nice counter pick here. There's no way Vileplume outspeeds Zacian, but usually it's a bulky Zacian, so you might actually be able to put enough speed. What's the speed tier for Vileplume? Hit 112. Actually, no, max speed. Wow, max speed Vileplume in Sun does it. That's just people responding. I want to make sure. I'm supposed to maybe get a phone call from Ben to do this together. So actually, with max speed Vileplume, I think you could do it. Like you're gonna completely exploit that. Vileplume obviously dunks on Gastron. You even need to be scarfed. So Sleep Powder, you've got that. Mr. Mime provides a faster fake out than either Ensign or Grimmsnarl. Guys, this is looking like a good matchup. You can also go with Aromatisse to set up Trick Room. The problem is you don't really have anyone who can exploit it, like Vikavolt. I mean, Vikavolt's not. Yeah, Vikavolt's too weak. There's too much fire going on here. Sock at least. I'm pretty sure Sock gets inner focus, so that could be that could be your last. So I would pick, Rapidash, Mr. Mime, Vileplume, Sock, and then you might as well go Aromatisse, Vikavolt to kind of love it, or Aromatisse, Golurk. I'm sure Golurk Max Quake one shots Zacian. I'm sure Golurk gets a rock move that can one shot Charizard. So that's not bad. So I'm gonna give Apple. I think Apple gets like 7 out of 10. I think well, I don't need to say 7 out of 10. I think we'll give him a 70. No, 7. Apple gets a 7. Like I think Apple has I wouldn't say a favorable matchup against RINYA SUN, but like that's about as good as you could expect. That Vileplume is a really nice pick. Okay, now Blake. How would Blake do against RINYA SUN? So first thing I see, so Siglith is gonna get faked out and one shot. Does he have a faster fake out that counters that? He does not. Now Malamar's not a bad lead option. The problem is it's just gonna get obliterated by Charizard. So a Zacian Charizard lead, how can you even stop that? Because then you can either just attack straight up with Zacian or switch in the Groudon and annihilate everything. Hitmonchan is good. Hitmonchan can fake out the Zacian. It doesn't care about that stuff. It can also, I'm sure Scarf Hitmonchan would outspeed Zacian, right? You'd think? Or Scarf Sigalith could Tailwind. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you can survive that very first turn, Um, Hitmonchan, I'm sure can one shot. Although if it's Chardy Berry Charizard, no, it can't. Um, yeah, I just don't know how you pass that. There's Scarf Cryogonal. So actually, Scarf Cryogonal and Hitmonchan, you can fake out the Incineroar if they lead it, and then you Scarf Icy Wind, and then you get obliterated. But at least you're now in a position where, okay, now you can bring in something that's going to outspeed Bolton. Competitive Bolton could be good. I mean, Sigalith can do some damage. Yeah, so I think you have an okay turn one play, which is better than I think a lot of teams are going to do. I'm just not seeing it though, because you don't have the damage. Like, where's your damage into Zacian coming from? Onyx? Don't make me laugh. Like, you don't really have that damage that you're gonna need. Your best bet is probably like a Hitmonchan Max Quake, and then of course you don't need me to explain why maxing Hitmonchan into Zacian is not a good idea. Um, so I'm gonna give Blake, like, he's got some tools, but I'm gonna give him a 4 action for his matchup into RINYA Sun. Really, honestly, inexcusable, Blake. Like, how could you not plan for the most dominant archetype in the metagame? Okay, so Carter, Tingla. Tingla gets chlorophyll. So, ding 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 right there. Also, in this team, almost never are you going to see safety goggles anywhere. And that's because normally you would not bring in an Amoonguss into this team. So, Tingla actually goes ham here. Solar Beam is going to be super good. Solar Beam certainly one shots Gastrodon, probably even through Rindo. May one shot Groudon. Um, Executor is really good here. Flareon, Flashfire Flareon is such a good like pick to have. Um, Lunatone, especially if it's Scarf, Power Gem is gonna destroy Charizard. Oh, although yeah, not there. Blissey's not super useful here. Blissey probably takes a lot of damage, even though it's Blissey, it takes a lot. Morgrim's not super helpful because they have Grimmsnarl, which is just better. Luxray, you do have Intimidate. You can run like slow Luxray with Jetpack. So that if you get the Incineroar Mirror lead, no, it's so bad. And Luxray's actually really bad into everything except for just providing Intimidate. You don't need Vulpix because they'll set their own fire. Flareon, I think, is a must. Flash Fire Flareon. Lunatone, Tangela. I mean, Avalug's useless here. Shuckle's not going to last. Executor, I think just go full chlorophyll. If they're smart, then they won't actually lead or even maybe bring Groudon because Sashin just is going to go to town. So maybe bring Vulpix of your own in the back and Luxray. So, I mean, this is definitely a team that has some options. I don't think it's as good without that fast fake out. I mean, you got Morgrim, but ugh. I just don't think it's as good as Apple's team for dealing with RINYA Sun, but I mean I'm gonna give it a solid 6. I'm gonna ping Ben and be like, come on, bro, this is fun already, but would be more fun with you, lol. No pressure. All right, so now the Santa Cruz Sligoos. So first thing I noticed is that there's a lot of water types there, so Gastrodon's probably coming. Togedemaru is not bad. It's faster fake out than Ensign or Grim. Um, Lightning Rod's bad. You'd be sturdy for this. And you can do that, and well, I would say maybe focus Sash Behem, and you can set up Trick Room. Now, once you've set up Trick Room, what the frick do you do? Like, who are you gonna get damage from? It's Quagsire. Quagsire is not bad wall here. Fully defensive Quagsire. Like, how are you gonna deal damage? Because these guys, part of what makes RINYA SUN so good is they're bulky. So maybe we don't actually want that. Maybe we want like Togedemaru. You're not gonna want damage out of Togedemaru. Because the problem is that Foiled's main damage here is gonna be water type, and Gastrodon just punks that. Can get energy ball? I feel like I should know this. I feel like it doesn't. So the damage into Gastrodon is going to be really lacking. I just don't see it working, guys. But yeah, let me see how this works. What's up, bro?
Yo,
How's it going?
it's good. What's up?
Hey, you want to pop into the RTT document? I'll post
I
it.
am looking at the document and I'm kind of confused.
So normally you do like power rankings based on like how the teams compare to each other, but that's boring. It's been done. So we're doing how would your team do against RINYA SUN? Groudon, Incineroar,
Alright.
Zacian, Crown, Grimmsnarl, Charizard, and Gastrodon. And so I thought that Apple has actually a fairly good matchup into RINYA SUN, like relatively speaking.
Yeah,
right?
I was looking at that and that doesn't look terrible.
Right, you got Vileplume. So Vileplume, I checked max speed because obviously we're very serious here. We're doing our homework. Max speed Vileplume in Sun outspeeds Zacian. So by like 4 points, 6 points. Like it's no 4 points. It's not like by
It gets
a lot.
Weather Ball, can dunk on it.
Yeah,
and
so
it's just budget Venusaur that doesn't get G-Max.
yeah, it really is. And it's just fast enough. It has to be fully invested, but yeah, you can just do Max Moss. And then yeah, Vileplume like semi kind of dunks on this team. Of course, Rinya Sun has tools for that like Grimmsnarl, but Apple's got Fake Out. Like Mr. Mime's faster than either of the other Fake Out users that Rinya Sun can have. So
you definitely can do things, kind of.
Yeah. And then so I put like Blake
You have
doesn't have
Ninjask, you have
yeah.
let me look at it. Just do it. I think never mind. Ninjask does not get Rain Dance.
No, Ninjask gets nothing. There's a reason it's 3 points, even though it's faster than anything.
I was like, oh, you set a really fast Rain with Ninjask, and then Wishy Washy does the thing.
Yeah, but no. So I figured the best 6 would be Mime G, Rapidash because it gets Flash Fire, Chlorophyll, Vileplume, Sock to deal with Incineroar, and then like a Trick Room mode with Aromatisse and Golurk. But
I actually think Ponyta has a good matchup into everything that isn't Groudon.
You mean Rapidash? Yeah.
I mean Rapidash, yeah.
Yeah, I know, and it outspeeds everything that isn't Zacian. So
yeah, and it gets Wild Charge for the
Charizard
match.
Yeah, I'm assuming, by the way, for that it's the standard, which is nothing has goggles. Like I'm assuming the Rinya Sun, it's just like cookie cutter copy paste. Charizard has Charty Berry, so because otherwise it's like, oh, I can just scarf my Hitmonchan and have Rock Tomb and kill the Charizard. Well, no, you probably can't.
No.
Blake, I said, had a really bad matchup. Doesn't and Carter, for the same reason, actually has a decent matchup. But then I was like, well, what happens if the Rinya Sun player sees that, oh, hey, there's an Executor and a Tangela on the other team. Let me just not bring Groudon. And it's like, ugh. And then Foiled, I don't see answers to the Gastrodon of all things. Like, I think Foiled can consistently set up Trick Room, but like how is Foiled breaking through Gastrodon?
You get, let me see.
I like that you're taking this. I like how you're taking this seriously, which is important because obviously this is very serious analysis.
Yeah. Scraggy's kind of good. Intimidate kind of is pretty good in Rinya Sun.
Yep.
But yeah, besides, just, you're cheesed out with Oh, never mind. Behem doesn't get. Oh, Behem with Behem Energy Ball. That's decent.
Oh, it does. I was trying to remember. I ran it like in RTT1. So, yeah, I mean, so that's something. That's something. But Beham's also not strong. So what I think the RINYA Sun player would
Yeah,
probably do is Groudon and just Gmax Charizard turn one, and then you've got
can't
Gastrodon in the
really beat
back.
that.
Yeah, and
You have.
so
You have. Yeah, you can't really beat that with what you have.
yeah, um, I mean Emolga outspeeds Charizard, but like you can if you see Emolga, like you just protect the Charizard and annihilate it with Groudon. So um, I don't know. It's hard for me to see a really good path forward. So I was going to give Foiled actually a 3 for this.
I mean, between
That's fine.
Foiled and Blake,
You
who
think?
is the better matchup? I think. I think it's probably.
Well, Blake has Scarf Icy Wind, and so Blake can actually
Yeah.
get speed
No, yeah.
control.
With Blake, you have some stuff.
And Lantern, like Water Absorbed Lantern, although that's not really helpful because Gastrodon doesn't usually use a water attack. But like
Yeah,
you
Earth
use,
Power Ice Beam.
yeah, but Lantern actually gives almost everything on that team problems. Just the Groudon can deal with it, and then so
Yeah.
and Lantern can set up rain if it maxes or even not. So I mean, Blake has like some tools to get speed control and stuff, and like whereas I think Boyle's team is screwed over whether it sets Trick Room or doesn't because
Yeah.
just the overwhelming damage from the wildfire and the fact that Gastrodon is just I think a tremendous problem for this team. So that was my thoughts.
Yeah.
Um, so now this one, so Glenn's is the first team we can look at together. Uh, Competing weather for one thing, right?
Yeah. You get Magnet Pull, Magnet Zone to trap
Zacian.
Zacian. You don't have anything besides Score Bunny to hit it once you've trapped it, but you do trap it.
Yeah, it's like that's a great old call an ambulance, but not for me, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
let's see. Meowstic does have fake out. Um,
if you're on yeah, you get the Magnet Pull. You get nothing that's like
no,
gonna actually do decent damage into it.
no, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know if Magnazone's even the bring because what's it good into here besides Charizard?
Yeah.
Obama Snow is legit here. The problem is like
It's okay. It just kind of it's nice against Gastrodon, so it's like
mhm.
Now, it's nice against Gastrodon. It's nice against Groudon, and then you can get in. If you're running, you could, like Beartick Obama Snow actually does okay.
Yeah, especially I think. So
I don't actually.
Well, I think Beartick must get Icy Wind, right? It does like 5 damage, but like it must get Icy Wind, right? So if you have that, you have a way for speed control. Beartick Inhale.
It barely outspeeds.
It's base 50, right? Just like Vileplume.
Yeah, by 4 points, yeah.
So if you do that, so if you have Beartick and they're stupid enough to lead Groudon, then you can, if you lead Obama Snow, Beartick, Obama Snow will get the hail off first. Beartick Icy Winds, and then Obama Snow can Blizzard, or it can use a Grass move into Groudon, or it can Earth Power into Zacian.
If you max Incineroar, you don't lose. Looking at it, it beats Magnezone, it beats Obama Snow, it beats Beartick, it beats Starmie, it beats Meowstic, it beats Glaceon.
And these are what do you even
Sojourner
whiter
neutral against Dragonair?
What if you got whiter Beartick and you can one shot it with superpower? Oh no, but you can't if you max it. You're right. You can't. There's no way that kills.
Max Incineroar in the sun, and then with Grimmsnarl support, and then Gastrodon to just eat up the Starmie hits. It looks.
Oh yeah. No, that's a done deal. Your only chance. Oh no, but once it maxes, no. I was thinking like is try and do like some Glaceon, like um, I snow veil stuff where you can't hit
Yeah,
it, but
but
if you max, yeah, no, yeah, that's like GG. So I think Matt, oh man, that is tough. Okay,
it's
well then,
probably a little better than
then foiled.
foiled, and it's probably like a 5
Okay, yeah,
because
I can see that if they
it's
misplay, if they don't play well with RINYA SUN,
yeah.
I can see a realistic path to victory for Glenn. I think Carter has a chance, even if RINYA SUN plays well. I wouldn't give Glenn that because you're right. But on the other hand, it took you what, like 3 minutes of looking at this to figure out the best path forward for RINYA SUN, and
Yeah.
I didn't see it till you did. So like, you know, okay. Um, so now Jay's team. I don't want to spend too
This
much time
has
on any of these, huh?
this has to be like the best matchup though.
Yeah.
It's really decent.
So you got Maractus, right? And Maractus alone, like, it's not good,
Heliolisk
but like it's not
does
bad.
work.
Helios does work.
Helios does crazy work. It gets Grass Knot and Solar Beam as grass coverage. It smacks Zard. It smacks Zacian with Weather Ball.
So yeah, Helios,
It's
Maractus. I think you leave.
very good
I think if you're
offensively here.
A Rinya player though, you see that and you're like, I'm gonna leave Groudon on the bench. Um,
But give me 10 seconds.
Helios naturally outspeeds Charizard.
And yeah, Groudon. But what I'm looking at is
How much does like a Life Orb Solar Power Heliolisk do into like Solar
into
Beam into
AV.
Groudon? Yeah,
I'm
because it's
looking at AV
always AV
Groudon.
Groudon. There's no way. There's no way that kills.
It doesn't. It probably doesn't kill, but
Now I have to do that.
Choice Specs Grass Knot does 60 to 70.
I know you wouldn't, but you wouldn't use grass. You'd have to use Solar Beam because of
Solar Beam,
Max.
because of how heavy Groudon is, it's doing the exact same amount of damage.
Yeah, but you can actually use
Oh.
it in Max. But yeah,
True, right? Yeah, true. You're gonna be running Solar Beam.
Assault Vest.
Is that even? Is this the right set though? Oh no, that's without Solar Power.
Yeah, Solar Power.
So, Solar Power in the Sun. You're OHKOing. Okay, let me put it at max health. 75% chance to OHKO.
And that's Life Orb.
That's specs.
Yeah. Actually, so I'm saying that if it's completely
it's
uninvested,
84 to 99.
Yeah, if it's completely uninvested, like except for 4 HP, which is not super weird. Yeah, I'm putting timid because it does have to be timid to outrun Charizard. But yeah, I'm showing that timid one almost always it's 80. I'm showing an 87.5% chance to OHKO. So now you would, if you did bring Groudon, I think you would max it. But also then you're also dealing with a Solar Beam potential from Maractus. So that's actually really scary. Yeah, this is great. You've got Haunter for like ally switch shenanigans. It can't be faked out. You can Will-O-Wisp.
Fast Icy Wind.
Yeah, I mean, well,
Wisp.
You say fast. I mean,
yeah. You have Meowth for fake out. It gets the speed boost
Haunter's
off
actually
Incineroar.
So Haunter's actually slower than Charizard. So that's not gonna fly.
Meowth.
But
Meowth.
You could Scarf Haunter, and then you definitely have you could Scarf Haunter, and then like run like Icy Wind, but also have Switcheroo. So,
what you can do with Meowth is Rattled. If the Incineroar comes in, you're gonna outspeed Zacian, and you can smack it with a Parting Shot.
Wait, no. There's no way.
Let me double check that. I'm pretty sure that's gonna work.
I know. Oh my, it is base 90. Oh
Yeah,
my
it's
gosh.
fast.
Oh my gosh. How's Meowth this fast? Um,
Yeah, you're gonna be outspeeding.
bro.
You don't even need to be max speed to do that. Do you
Yeah,
even need to be
although
timid? I mean, there's no
yeah,
point
you
in
do,
not
you
being
do,
timid.
you do, you do, you do. There's no.
Yeah, but there's no point in not being
But
timid. So
yeah, okay, so that's something. Yeah, this team like is like designed, and then like you got Flash Fire, sent to Scorch if you want it to shut down Charizard. Although
yeah.
Charizard has tools for that, but you can have that as a switch in. Um, you've got the threat of alternate weather with Mantine, like Tyrantrum. Like you could always be like just Choice Scarf Tyrantrum, and that no, that's not fast enough to outspeed Zacian, but that's certainly fast enough to cause some damage.
And well, you're
No.
really scared of bringing Gastrodon, and so you're really scared of bringing Gastrodon. You really want that Incineroar to take care of that Maractus, to help out against that Maractus and
Yeah.
just possible other stuff.
And
And
yeah,
like Doublade, you
yeah.
bring Whiscash Meowth. Meowth clicks Rain Dance as Groudon switches in, and you max your Whiscash and you smack something.
Oh, that'd be beautiful. That'd be beautiful. Whiskash does get oblivious, so he can't be intimidated. Um, so I mean, you definitely have a lot of tools here. I think the middle four would be the bring for the Rinya Sun. I don't think you can bring. I don't think you would set Sun for your opponent, but you got Ensign, Zacian, Grimmsnarl because Gastrodon I don't think is great here, and Charizard,
But
and then
Zard without solar power is kind of bad.
yeah. But
Not
on the
bad,
other
and
hand,
like you also have Scarf Tyrantrum that's gonna be smacking stuff.
yeah, if you do run that, although I'm pretty sure Scarf Tyrantrum can't outspeed Zacian, which is
I don't think so.
yeah. So Charizard, yeah, I think Charizard would be a nice air suit. Now I will say flying does some work into this team. Like Scorch doesn't like that, Maractus doesn't like that, and
But
Heliolisk is so
it's so threatened by that
yeah,
Heliolisk. It's
yeah, it
about
is. It
speeds.
is. So but and it depends if this is a Thunder Wave Grimmsnarl, then you can't slow it down. Um, yeah, and if Heliolisk is Life Orb, everything's going to be running Protect to be because they're scared of instant Fake Out. So like, oh man, yeah, I think this is our champion. I think we're gonna get a day at 10. Like I'm down
In
for it.
terms of how well you can beat the best team in a format with bad Pokemon, that's as good as you're gonna
This
get,
is the
pretty
gold
much.
standard, right? Like like
Yeah.
who could do better? So all right, so Uxie's team. Magmortar gets Flame Body, right? Or not Flame Body? What you call it? Flash Fire, right? Does it?
I think. I
Mm,
can check.
no, it doesn't. Well, Magmar doesn't at least. I don't know if Magmortar does. Flame Body.
Magmortar does not. It gets Flame Body and Vital Spirit.
So flame. I mean, Flame Body isn't bad because Zacian, but like that stinks. Because okay, so Kingler. I mean, Kingler's near useless because as a Gmax option because Gastrodon is just everywhere. Jolteon just dies to Groudon.
Kingler's Gen 1, it could get weird coverage, but no.
I mean,
It's still.
it can damage Gastrodon, but like you
Yeah,
can't
it's
use.
not gonna.
Yeah, the whole point is like Kingler has seen usage. Before Rinya Sun was really standardized, Kingler saw usage even in this format
I
because
think it's like decent into this team.
yeah, but
It's
Gastrodon
not
just
amazing.
so how do you beat Gastrodon and like
You set up Trick Room with Trevenant.
yeah,
You have the
although
Trevenant.
that's really bad synergy, right, with the Gmax foam burst. But you don't even have to use it.
Yeah.
Kingler, I'm sure gets a rock move. It gets ground coverage, so I think it's tantrum. But that it can do some
It
serious
gets high
damage.
horsepower. It gets
Oh, it does.
horsepower. It gets
Oh.
rock slide. Yeah.
Yeah, so Kingler can do a lot of damage. You just want to be careful about clicking foam burst. So Trevenant can get Trick Room up. Persian's faster, Fake Out. So Trevenant, Scarf Trevenant, or not Scarf, Sash Trevenant can get Trick Room up. Trevenant can also, of course, deal with Gastrodon. Um, so yeah, because you just lead Persian, fake out whatever you don't predict to max, or the Zacian if they lead it. Now you've got guaranteed Trick Room up. Kingler, and then Kingler is a really good max option. Pseudo Wudo, you joke, but like Head Smash, Rockhead Head Smash does work, especially in Trick Room.
Jolteon is okay.
Jolteon's okay.
It's
I just don't think you have a.
fast. You get Weather Ball for Zacian.
Yeah, but
You get Thunderbolt, and then you get fast Fake Tears. You get Yawn. You get Charm.
it's not
You
bad.
get
It's
some
not bad. I just don't think
interesting
you have.
stuff.
I don't think
You
you have
can
any
get
mode.
You get you outspeed what's its face, Zard. You can have Smack It, or you can set up Rain Dance. It does stuff.
Yeah, I just. Ooh, Cherum's almost a must bring, right? I didn't even see the Cherum at first because it's all down the bottom. So I think this team's pretty good into this. What are we giving Yuxi?
It's like a 6. It's decent. You have stuff. It's ultimately you have stuff.
I
I think
I'm gonna argue with a 7. I think this is at least a
it's
7.
pretty good.
It's
It's decent.
this has the tools. It's not maybe quite as good as having a Vileplume, but honestly,
You
like
have the
the fact that you
you
can
have the
get Trick
tools.
Room
It's
set
hard to
up.
set them up though.
Well, and I think the real problem would be like, yeah, you can lead Persian Trevenant and have a guaranteed Trick Room turn 1, which is great, and then you're going first the rest of the game because the RINYA Sun really doesn't have answers to Trick Room other than just outlasting it. But then what do you do?
Exactly.
So yeah, so I guess you have Cherrim and Kingler, and that could be worse, but like, so okay, Toronto Torteras. This looks ugly. This looks so
You're
bad.
running
I don't know
a
if you could.
triple steel type. It's like a triple steel type plus a grass type
I don't.
into Sun.
I don't think you could
The
design
strongest fire moves in the game.
a worse team to go into, like, that would be a respectable RTT team to go into Rainier Sun. Like, everything here is perfectly designed
To lose to it.
to lose to it. Your fake out users are slower than Incineroar. Well, Litten I think is slower. So you can't get Trick Room up reliably. Masharna.
Litten is faster.
Oh, Lit is, wow.
And yeah, Litten's faster by 10 base, but
Okay.
10.
Okay, so you could technically get up Trick Room, if you have Sash Masharna and Litten for fake out, but then to what avail? And like,
Yeah.
Groudon Charizard, like, what? Nothing takes a.
And then you have
You're
Guzzlord
dead.
that just gets annihilated by. It probably gets annihilated by Grimmsnarl Spirit Break. You don't even need to bring the Zacian.
Okay, annihilated. Define annihilate. I'm betting because this Grimmsnarl it's never invested, right? Like, it's always.
Yeah, no, but not like
Okay.
Rokoing every single time, but put in a really rough spot.
Oh my gosh. Never mind.
It one hits.
So uninvested, 0, like, neutral Spirit Break into a 4/4 Guzzlord is an Oko.
Unsurprising.
You can, even if you invest some, like, yeah, if you fully invest it, it maxes out at like 90. Like, that's bad. So hello Matthew, who's writing this? I'm gonna say hello. Who are you? Anyway, so someone's jumping in the video. So then we got Knuckle. So yeah, so are we
Yeah,
gonna
looks like
go?
it's Apple.
Are we gonna go 1?
Yeah.
You want?
You just don't do anything.
You want in? I'm gonna ask Apple. You want in? Observing always. You want in? I'd love to have Apple's thoughts. Yeah, we can hang up this Discord call and.
Yeah.
No, you should send it. Okay. You're nearly done. Let's say, okay, Ben and I are talking. You can join. So, okay, all right. So Prime. So look. So Lycanrosk Dusk has Accelerock. You there?
It's if Charizard's Charty Berry, there's no way, especially after
No,
Max.
no, you're right. Um, although this is the one that gets Tough Claws, right? Hang on.
Probably.
Hang on. Lycanroc.
Dude, Charty Berry, and if you're faster, I think. So you can
Oh yeah,
probably.
you wouldn't even need Accelerock. That's just to survive whatchamacallit, Charizard.
Yeah, there's a chance, but for beating Zard, you just lose to Groudon.
Yeah. So okay.
Oh,
Anyway.
Jay wants in. Jay just DM me.
Okay, so then let's disconnect and let's go into the
Yeah.
channel. All right. See you there. Wait, this is the wrong channel. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hello.
Hello, friends.
Why are you, so we are doing power rankings for RTT, but not boring power ratings. Because power ratings normally are when you decide how good a team is relative to its peers. And I thought that's boring. So instead, we're ranking how well would your team do against RINYA SUN.
I assume my team has a 10 rating. Oh my god, that's amazing.
Thank you. I thought it was. So, yeah. So Jay, we were actually in awe. We're like, you could not design an RTT team better equipped to deal with RINYA SUN than yours.
And then the opposite applied to Knuckle.
The opposite applied to Knuckles, and his team may or may not be better than yours, like straight up, obviously. But you know, we have learned through experience that that's kind of antithetical to what we want as a Discord, is that kind of like negative critiquing thing. So I have no opinion about whether or not his team takes you straight up, but it gets smoked by RINYA SUN. So
it's actually brilliant.
Thank you. So we were just starting to take a look at primes. So obviously Lycanroc Dusk stands out. We're assuming, by the way, though, Charty Berry, Charizard, Shukaberry, Incineroar, Assault Vest, Groudon, right? Light Clay, Grimmsnarl, and then Gastrodon's usually either leftovers or Rindo.
Yikes. I mean, Executor is really good in RINYA SUN, isn't it? I mean, besides Zacian, it's pretty solid.
It's alright.
I would bet. I don't think it's especially bulky enough. Can it take can it take a Gmax Wildfire in the sun?
Probably not.
I'll count that right now.
Turtonator's not terrible.
Yeah.
Give it,
by the way, we are running calcs here. Okay, we're not some like, you know, fly.
Unfortunately, right? Executor is going to appreciate being slower than everything in Trick Room, but both of Prime's setters are going to get toasted by everything.
Yeah. So the key to getting Trick Room up against RINYA SUN is you have to have a Fake Out user that's faster than Incineroar, and then you just sash your Trick Room setter. And that works. You know, you'll get it up 100% of the time. But
Blast Burn on... Oh, wait, no, this is max defensive.
I don't think, actually, that Prime... Does Prime not have Fake Out?
On a 250... Oh, wait, this is out of Sun. Oh, yeah, no, it's no question. It's just over for
Executor.
For Executor.
Does Den doesn't get Fake Out, right? It just looks like it should.
It looks like it should. It's a Pika clone with no Fake Out.
So Bronze, where if you're 252 HP, 252 special defense, Eevee like Calm Nature only takes 77% being heat proof from Gmax Wildfire,
and then you just get smacked by Precipice Blades.
Right, but how do you? So I guess. So I guess the idea is you
Where's Prime's wide guard user?
yeah, Turtonator, right? But
Turtonator.
Yeah,
okay, so turns out that Bronzor holy crap.
Wide guard Turt next to Bronzor is your win con.
You could even run it. You could run Wide Guard Turt next to White Herb Lycanroc.
Yeah.
And that just does decent into everything.
Except for
Gastrodon,
Zacian.
kinda.
Well, yeah.
Well, then you just, if you see
yeah.
the Zacian, you just protect and you're burning Jealousy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Turt has a very good matchup into Zacian. Yeah. So he's got some tools.
Also, if the Groudon maxes and you're holding a Shuka Berry on Turtonator, you eat the Max Quake, and then you burn it with Burning Jealousy with Special Defense Boost.
That's true.
Yeah, we got some
I need
tools.
to try Turtonator on ladder.
It's not useless.
Turtonator's actually pretty decent.
Yeah. We were talking
Rated Groudon counter?
Mm-hmm.
Question mark?
Well, we were talking for Uxi's team, Kingler, before like Gastrodon became common on these sort of compositions, Kingler was very good, like legit good into it, because I mean it's not that scared of Zacian. And it can do a lot of damage and provide great speed control. Unfortunately, Gastrodon just completely invalidates that, but you know, it's got there's some things here. Frost, you can Roam Frost, you can Scarf it, and it outspeeds Zacian, and you can get a Will-O-Wisp or Electrowebs onto it. So you got some tools here.
Bronzor is the real key.
Bronzor's the key.
So yeah, it kind of falls in the same category as like I think like Uxie, Blake, and Apple, where it's like Uxie, Carter, and Apple, where it's like you have the tools to do well, and if you play well, you can probably sneak away with it.
I would put this maybe in the tier below Apple's team in the. Whoa, do you guys still hear me?
Yeah, you're all right.
Okay. I would put it in the tier below Apple, in the 6th tier, where it's like you have some tools that look good. Yeah, I think it's on par with there. Okay, it's going in. Prime is 6. Okay, we got 3 more to do. Jace.
Our fan low-key sucks.
Ray Dilly is like
that's actually right.
Bad.
Yeah, Credilli, actually does very well into everything that's not Zacian.
You just don't have a way to deal with the Zacian on this team, though. There's just no answers.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
it's
trying
gonna
to
be
think
like non-stab ground moves is all you got.
It's like
Claydol,
I guess.
So
Claydol is like just getting obliterated by a Wildfire plus Behemoth Blade double up.
So if you look in, I'll just throw this in general. Cradilli doesn't very much beat Charizard.
Are you running it with Assault Vest?
Yeah.
It wasn't Assault Vest, no.
My idea would be Assault Vest.
You pretty much always have to run Assault Vest on Cradilli. It feels like on ladder.
Okay, yeah. So you live it barely. Yeah. You barely live.
No. Nah, Max, you barely live it?
No. You barely live it non-max. If you max, you actually take it okay.
Yeah. So and then you Rockfall, and that might KO even through.
I don't think it's gonna KO through Chardy.
You think? I don't know. Depends how you calc it, right?
Credilli's not. It doesn't hit very hard without the boost.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, let's say you had a Scarf Surfer. Oh, it's actually gonna kill.
Not KO through Chardy, but
at +1 it might.
In the sand, you're definitely living 2 Wildfires.
For sure.
It's probably a 3-hit KO almost.
Yeah.
Right after the Wildfire damage.
Yeah. So if you can somehow I don't know, distract the guy, tickle him during team preview and make sure he doesn't bring Zacian, then I think this is a pretty good matchup.
Roads on Fan has an okay Zacian matchup.
Sacred Sword is, if it's not carrying Sacred Sword, Cabaraja isn't like horrible.
No, it's not horrible, but yeah, the problem is like, yeah. So if you max like Rotom Fan, for instance, I don't think even at +1 you outspeed Zacian.
You should outspeed Zacian
No,
+1 with our
no.
fan. It's base 86. That should be definitely
Base
enough.
85 does outspeed.
It does.
So,
I
yeah.
apologize.
sure.
I take it back. Yeah. So.
Carter talked
Oh
about
right,
it on the
I
podcast.
know this. I've used Scarf Rotom Wash on ladder. Like, yeah, it outspeeds barely, but it does. So okay, so so if you can get, the problem is here again. Oh no, he's got Lopunny now, so he does have Fake Out. So
Yeah, he's got quick fake out.
Also, Frostless does have Icy Wind. I mean,
yeah,
Scarf Icy Wind is a thing.
no, but Frostlass is only, where's Frostlass? Frostlass I think is slow.
That's what I was saying. Scarf is 110, I think.
Oh, never mind. Yeah. Oh my gosh, my brain is gone. Yeah, sorry. Inexcusable when
It's fast. It's not
when we're
station
talking about
fast.
something this serious to not be fully on. Yes, you can Scarf Icy Wind, and actually Scarf Icy Wind. Yeah, Scarf on Frostlass goes ham here, because he can't fake it out. So
Very Wigglytuff as well.
yeah, it really enjoys Incineroar. But then, even with the theory, like, you know,
into a two fire types and a steel type.
Yeah, it may not be incredibly impressive offensively. No, I think actually, yeah, Rotom Fan and Scarf Frostlass help set you up, and then if you once you get the Rotom Frost or the Rotom Fan going, like, you can start to maybe have it set up Drapion.
There we go.
There we go. You could just have like Drapion in the back. Basculin, by the way,
Well,
also
I was saying,
is really
yeah,
good.
you would Scarf your Basculin is what I was like yelling over and over again, and I was like, why is no one?
Well, because Basculin just doesn't do enough in the sun.
Well, you surf, and then you get your boost on Cradily.
You could also go the Trick Room.
Um,
Always get Trick Room up. Claydol's super bulky.
It's not.
And you've got the fast fake out.
Doesn't it have like 110 in each?
Yeah, it can probably survive. It can probably survive.
172 and 141 is
okay.
I mean, that's not terrible.
You're right. Okay, so you could run.
HP.
So you've definitely got a couple of modes that you could run. So I think Jace gets like, oh, what are we doing? I call him Jay because he's the Bay of the Discord. Jace is what? Would you? I'd give him maybe even an 8. Like, I'm almost curious. Or is that too much?
It's just like there's so little that beats Zacian.
That's the problem. Yeah. How much does Rotom Fan? How much does a Life Orb Max Lightning do into?
Like, if you're using Rotom Fan to cripple Zacian, it's got to be with like Will-O-Wisp and other stuff. No. Really...
Not to cripple it, just to beat it, just to out damage.
Yeah, that's probably never happening.
If you get 2 hits on it. Let's go. Let's see. Hey, I'm trying to see Life Orb Max. No,
but it just loses to Cradily. I mean, it loses to Gastron.
Oh my gosh! Hang on, you have got to be kidding me. Oh, I'm doing Rotom. I'm doing just Rotom. Rotom Fan is a little bit stronger, but not much stronger. There we go. Oh no. Oh, I was calcing into level 50 Zacian. So 252 special attack max lightning from Rotom Fan into a bulky Zacian Crowned does 22 to 26%.
Wow.
Huge.
Yeah, no way.
Claydol can survive a wildfire, which I think is important to know. So we can pretty much always get Trick Room up.
And then you've got Earth Power into Zacian, which is not nothing.
You lead Wigglytuff Claydol, and then if they want to stop Trick Room, they're giving you +2 Wigglytuff.
+2 Wigglytuff, who, as we all know, is just gonna pounce on Zacian, right?
Yeah.
What? I mean, why wouldn't you lead Lopunny Claydol? Bring
Yeah.
the fake out support, slap a sash on Claydol, maximize your chance of getting the Trick Room up, put Cradley in the back.
Right. You could have Iron Ball, Lopunny, and then you can really hurt the Charizard. Although no, but Lagging Tail. You wouldn't want Iron Ball. You want Lagging Tail. And then it's something. It's something. So you got tools. Okay, so you're right. Yeah, the Zacian is a problem. So what we putting here? Like 6?
I think it's
like a 5 or 6.
I think it's a 5.
Okay, we'll go with 5.
I'd say 5.
Yeah, that again.
It has options, but it relies really heavily on your opponent displaying.
It beats the Sun mode most of the time, but then it loses.
Yeah. I will say this: Basculin is a nice, Basculin at least.
That's really nice.
Basculin's a nice max option because it does resist. It does resist Behemoth Blade, and you don't have to worry about Gastrodon because it's got Mold Breaker.
Your kind of only strategy is beat the Sun mode, let it just be Zacian, and beat it with Copperja. I can't pronounce that.
And hope that this is a substitute play rough Behemoth Blade protect version.
Even Sacred Sword's not doing that. Like, it's not doing. How much is good physical defense?
Let's just move on.
Never mind. It is not good physical defense.
Yeah.
I was under the wrong impression.
Copperja is weirdly not bulky.
Yeah.
I thought its physical defense was good. I thought it was like reverse. I thought it was like Stonejourner.
Doesn't it have?
He's a big metal cushion, man.
Doesn't it have like super huge HP though?
Yeah.
It has a very large HP.
All of it's bulk from HP, the way that
Ooh.
does.
Oh, it's not even especially bulky either. It's just it's like Wailord.
Nothing but HP.
I'm
69.
By the way, I'm so bummed that I have to lose Wailord, but I just really needed a Dark type. But
does Copperaj get Metal Burst? That would be.
Oh my god!
Can
you imagine that would Focus Sash, Copperaj, just Metal Bursts?
It doesn't.
Got the big HP bursting people down.
Okay.
It does not.
All right.
Oh well.
So let's talk about the Columbus Cubfoos. So we got Wartortle, Regice, Dusknoir, Dracloak. No fast fake. Wartortle. Ensign's never max speed.
Sceptile and Galvantula have decent synergy.
So
I was talking about Regice today in the Deepak server, and it's actually weirdly not terrible. And it's not that bad to RINYA SUN. It has 8 power. And if your weakness policy, you can one-shot Zard. You hit into Groudon, super effective. Ensign, super effective. The issue is definitely the Zacian.
Yeah, which,
how many times have we said that
right?
before I got here?
Well, it's just like how skydiving without a parachute is really fine. It's fun, it's safe, it's enjoyable, except for the ground at the end.
It turns out Zacian hard counters most RTTP.
Yeah, except for your team, weirdly enough, Jay. Nice job.
Who would have thought?
RINYA SUN in mind. That was my only goal, was to counter RINYA SUN.
So
it had to be done. Someone had to do it. No one can.
Mission accomplished, brother.
It won the EUIC. It's winning everything. I can't let it win RTT as well.
Good job. Good job. So you've got this team with Dusknoir, Regice. Yeah, I mean, you can ally switch your Trick Room. Trick Room, how can you get Trick Room off, though?
I don't
just ally
think
switch.
You want to run the Trick Room. Because with Galvantula Sceptile, it's a lead that doesn't always lose to Zacian every single time. You get the Compound Eyes Thunders, you get Energy Balls,
Wait. How does Galvantula Sceptile not lose to Zacian every single time?
I mean, it's not, because Galvantula's kind of eating a lot of what Zacian wants to do. And then
how's Play Rough do into
It just slows stuff down too.
Yeah, well, if you're running Sash, you're running Sash, or you can run Scarf and E-Webs. Sceptile likes Gastron and Groudon, obviously.
Yeah.
White Herb to eat the Intimidate, get Unburden.
Okay, sure, but
Yeah,
then
or
so then
if,
you
if not,
outspeed
just fire
Zacian.
off a Leaf Storm.
Yeah. I mean, White Herb's definitely the bring on Sceptile, but then like you outspeed Zacian and do like 20% to it and get one shot, like.
And you also just die to Groudon Zard leads. Well, like there's literally just no way to deal with those.
Yeah.
I mean, no. I think what you would have to do is you bring Wartortle, you speed invest it so where because it's even though I think Wartortle is slower than Ensign, like Ensign's never a fast Ensign in these teams. So you put enough speed in it to where you're pretty
only
confident.
2 points slower.
Yeah,
Your base 58.
So you put in a lot of speed in Wartortle, and then you have the faster fake out, and you can reliably set up Trick Room with Dusknoir, and then Regice, and then you just count on Regice to win for you, and then you, I mean, I can't even pretend to have an answer into what you do against Zacian.
Spiritom's probably like not the worst thing in Zacian. I mean, you can Will-O-Wisp it to take away its damage.
It gets burning.
Stoutland, you get Stoutland with Intimidate.
If it's not carrying Player Up, like your Spiritomb is extremely threatened, especially if you have like Quick Fang in the back to switch in to Behemoth Blade.
Wait. I mean,
Dusknoir Fire Punch in the sun. Okay.
It's okay. I mean,
Dusknoir Will-O-Wisp.
We're kind of grasping at straws a little bit here. I think.
Yeah, no.
I think the lack of an answer
Isn't
into.
that just the whole point of this, though?
No, well, we thought it was. We thought it was, and then we got to your team, Jay.
Listen, it's just like it's just meta knowledge. I was just like, everyone's gonna be countering RINYA SUN right now. I'm just bringing this on ladder, like that's the plan. This was my New Jersey regionals team until they told me I couldn't sign up.
All right, is big Regice bulky enough to live anything that intimidate, like anything that could come into it after an intimidate from Stoutland?
Absolutely. There's no way it survives Behemoth Blade. There's absolutely no way it survives Behemoth Blade.
Yeah, probably not.
Oh, true.
Very.
Yeah.
It absolutely does.
Because that move is good.
Now,
52 Jolly.
No, you don't need any other item on it, so you could run the Beery Regice, and then you're certainly living. You're probably even living at +1. But
I think if you're running anything, you're running weakness policy.
I was thinking. I was hoping for policy there.
Okay, that's fair. But again, you just have no options. Like honestly, let's say you burn Zacian, like so Regice still gets 2-shot at best. Hang on.
Behemoth Blade. Oh yeah, even at 252. Yo, we're ranking.
Okay, my phone is not what to.
What's
One
up,
moment,
Flo?
let me put on.
Gang's all here. So
I think we're getting dumpstered, guys.
yeah. So yeah, I just don't think there's great options. I mean, yeah, you can burn it. Yeah. Like Dracula doesn't get Destiny Bond, does it?
I'm thinking like a 3 or 4.
What's happening?
We're trying to figure out how. Oh, sorry. No, go ahead, Ben.
We're ranking the RTT teams by how well they do against RINYA SUN. If you look on the doc, we have our list.
Okay, let me pull up the doc.
It does. It's
probably my best.
Better than you would expect. Better than you would expect, but then you just kind of get to the realization that Zacian's just too good.
Yeah, and also like I think even the highest end of this scale is like you get dumpstered, but with your chin up. Like even like Jay's team is as good as a team can be in RTT for this, but that's still an L.
I'm walking away with my pride.
Yeah.
So why did we decide that Apple has the best matchup?
Apple has
Jay
the
does.
second
Jay-
best
Jay
matchup.
does.
Jay does. So Maractus outspeeds
Jay.
in Sun, outspeeds and pretty much one-shots everything, except for Ensign
And
and Ghost.
Maractus.
Huh?
So Maractus after you into Heliolisk
No,
also.
not even. Like Maractus can just attack on its own right. Helios outspeeds the entire team except for Zacian, which is really cool. Like Haunter.
Meowth after rattled speed boost, outspeeds Zacian and can fake out and parting shot and do fancy stuff.
You run rattled me out. I love it.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's actually so good.
Yeah, the team, like, you have Riolu if you want for.
Oh, so
for
the number
manual
next
weather.
to you is how good you are. Okay,
Yeah, it's
so
the
why
power.
am I 3 out of 10? I assume.
No, your matchup's just terrible. No, you can't deal with
These
Gastrodon.
these are actually scores out of 100.
Or out of 100. I see. Okay,
Yeah.
so I.
Yeah.
I win 3% of the time.
No, yeah. Well, you win.
About-
You
Okay,
win
I'll outspeed
when the
the
RINYA
Electroweb.
Sun player is too busy laughing and times out and doesn't bring Gastrodon, because actually your team, like, you have options to deal with it. It's just you have nothing for Gastrodon. So which.
I mean, Behem gets Energy Ball, right?
Yeah, this is true. It also will never in a million years get a chance to use it against the Gastrodon. But,
Fake out with Scraggy, get Trick Room up.
Yeah,
You have
I
a
mean,
chance. It's not impossible. It's just highly
30% of the
improbable.
time, right?
yeah.
We've
30% of the
established that is the only hope any of us have of getting Trick Room up is next to a fake out that's faster than Instant.
Which is why.
No, I
what
don't
do I
think
think-
Scraggy ever outspeeds Ensign.
But Scraggy does not.
Oh, Togedemaru does, though. Togedemaru.
That's
So,
true.
yeah, so my idea, because it was just me and Ben when we did this, is you
I think-
need Togedemaru Behem. Behem is sashed, and that's the only way it's living a wildfire. So Togedemaru fakes out whoever's next, the Charizard, and then Charizard dunks on the
But if it
Behem.
goes down to Sash, then it just dies to Wildfire.
and
It
then you
doesn't
bring
actually
in
get the hit.
and then you bring in your sweeper, which pretty much has to be Quagsire, which is not ideal, but it's something.
Yeah, especially with Incineroar to intimidate it.
Yeah.
Oh, it does have Oblivious, though. Or not Oblivious. Yeah, Oblivious, right? Or
Yeah.
Unaware. So it can ignore Intimidate. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So
It's alright.
so anyway, Navier we said was like I think like a 4 maybe for Navier, right?
Yeah, I agree.
I think
Yeah.
he's got too many
Red Dice
tools
is-
to deal with everything that isn't Zacian to be
If
worse than a
Regice had
4.
freeze dry, it'd be really, really good.
It-
Regice doesn't get freeze dry.
If Regice
Oh.
if
I'm
Regice
just gonna
were
hold on,
somehow
I'm gonna write that down real quick.
Reg Steel that didn't resist, that wasn't weak to Behemoth Blade, like, again, anyway. Just like on Ladder, Zacian invalidates so many things. All right, last but not least, my
So
team.
how about ranking them by RINYA SUN minus Zacian?
Never.
Never, no,
They
because
would
the
mostly
whole
be
point,
decent.
the whole point is
Zacian is
not to
part
make
of
this
Rinya's.
fair. Like, the whole point is how would you do against RINYA SUN? And, like, RINYA SUN without Zacian isn't RINYA SUN. So,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
okay, so my team, so I don't have speed control other than Gardevoir for Trick Room, so that's not good.
You have a
I think Skuntank
Scarf
goes
Run on Electroweb.
crazy.
Scarf Seeking with Icy Wind. You totally got it. You can do it.
You have Altaria.
Yeah, I do have Taylor.
Cloud-
Oh, Atari is actually
Ooh,
quite good.
Cloud9.
Yeah, it definitely does not live anything, but doesn't have to, because I can lead it next to, like, is Pikachu my only fake out? It is, but Pikachu and Altaria and
Hey, if you can make sure you don't get predicted with the ground switch in, you can paralyze this whole team,
this is
including the ground types, because the thing next to the taking of the G-Max Pikachu move gets paralyzed too.
that's true.
There's your speed control right there.
With a Cloud9 Scarf Tailwind next to G-Max Pikachu.
You now Scarf Altaria, I'm fairly confident does not.
You actually have a Zacian, like, sort
Oh,
of
no.
check in Eviolite Magmar. It does okay.
Yeah, that's true.
You can get the Flame Body.
Blossom can at least take Gastrodon. You have a Gastrodon answer.
But you have Energy Ball
You
on
have-
Guardy.
Blossom gets Chlorophyll, right?
Yes, Blossom
Quiver
does
Dance.
Make
outspeed.
that up.
Yeah,
So you've
yeah.
got
Blossom outspeeds just barely. Base
You've
50s
got
that get
counter-
double speed.
counter
Mhm.
speed Chlorophyll.
If they In a perfect world, they lead Grimmsnarl, Gastrodon. You lead Doug Trio, Blossom. You stall them out long enough to set up 6 Quiver Dances, and then you sweep.
You also use Memento on Doug Trio to get a free switch in and also lower their stats on something.
Mm-hmm.
Doug Trio also outspeeds everything except Zacian, right?
Correct.
Got like 120
speed ties with. I think it's speed ties with Charizard.
No.
They're both base 100.
No, it's
Doug
Trio's
Trio's
120.
Oh, it's 120. I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. So Doug Trio, in theory, could rock fall KO Charizard if it's not the Chardyberry version.
We are assuming Chardyberry.
We're assuming Chardy.
Yeah, we're assuming Chardy, Shuka for Incin, Riddor leftovers for Gastro, and Screens Grimmsnarl, and AV Groudon.
So
what a cool
the
team.
Salt Lake City Regionals version of the team.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Champ is like not bad here outside of Zard.
Yeah.
And Zacian also kind of.
Yeah, but I mean, if you can get it in Trick Room, you can go guard Hammer Arm and just like hope that it gets confused or whichever one it is. Dynamic Punch.
Yeah, Dynamic Punch.
Dynamic Punch.
Yeah.
Just do that.
I mean, Dynamic
Champ
Punch
also really doesn't like Intimidate though.
And it just kind of gets whacked by Zard.
Yeah.
Gets Stone Edge.
So would I go?
Choice Band Stone Edge.
It does. Would I go with the like lead Pikachu fake out and set up Trick Room with Gardevoir, or the fast mode and try and like outspeed with Chlorophyll Blossom?
Yeah, I don't.
You could go Scarf, Bulldoze, Doug Trio next to Telepathy Gardevoir. And use Bulldoze as your speed control next to Altaria and Rotom also.
And then max speed.
And that beats
Scyther's also
most things. That's
well,
not
yeah.
Zacian.
Well, I don't think I have anything for Incin with that Gardevoir.
Yeah, I was gonna add. I don't think there's enough power in the Trick Room option. Like, who's your Trick Room sweeper gonna be if you manage to get a Trick Room up? Who like
Magmar? But then
Magmar's
dunked on
by. Magmar's 90 speed though. It's getting
like we're not gonna OHKO anything in Trick Room. We're just.
I think Scarf, Bulldoze, or Trio is your best bet.
Okay.
Because you got 4 things that are immune to it.
Yeah.
Disquake?
On your
Do we
end.
Disquake? Disquake next to Rotom?
Yeah, you got it.
The Scarf Rotom, Sash Doug? Disquake? Is there merit here? It hits Zacian hard, it hits Incin hard, it doesn't hit Groudon at all.
You have, if you need to switch, you can switch into the Telepathy.
It doesn't hit Groudon hard, it barely hits Gastro, it barely hits Charizard.
Yeah, exactly. So,
never mind.
Yeah, I think maybe like a Altaria Scarf would absolutely be able to set up Tailwind and die. And then if they, for whatever reason, attack around it, and they reject the incredible threat that is Altaria, I can just max after I use Tailwind. And it has, decent enough coverage.
It's like Heat Wave, right?
Yeah, and then I can have
Heat Wave, Moonblast,
mm-hmm.
Airstream, Dragon. Oh no, but you need Tailwind too. Drop one of those.
Yeah, but then so you get to a few things, and then Blossom, even outside, like whether it gets Sun or Tailwind, goes faster than Zacian, which is really cool.
Does Blossom get after you?
That's a great question.
Does Blossom get Weather Ball?
Also a great question.
Another great question.
My bet is that yes, it
because
does.
Vileplume doesn't, and I didn't realize when I drafted it, and I'm mad about it. Which makes me think Blossom probably doesn't either.
Vileplume doesn't get Weather Ball?
Where's random
apparently not.
stuff?
It does not. Weird. I thought it did, but I drafted it in R&D.
It gets that spicy fairy coverage, so that's nice. But.
Which in RTT, no one accounts for the fairy coverage.
Yeah, well, I mean, I already had a Romantis, so.
Imagine looking at these teams and like having screens in front of them. I feel like we haven't talked about like like at all.
Every single one of the strategies we brought up, Grim can just set up screens and then they're just fat enough to destroy it.
We're like, oh, okay, this isn't gonna die to this, but like
that's why I bring
what
Defog
exactly
Card
are we gonna do with that? Like with damage to do back to it? We We can barely kill Zacian as is.
That's such a good point.
In front of it.
Literally, every single. If you said, "Hey, Apple, take you're gonna play a gauntlet of you're gonna play every team in RTT and you're gonna use RINYA SUN. What's your strategy?" My strategy would be to set up screens with Grimsnarl every single turn. Every turn one, it's like Grim Ensign every game.
And then just like ground on Zacian in the back. Just drop the Zard. Everything's carrying rock coverage. Drop the Gastrodon. Nobody cares. Nothing's threatening you and Sun like with water type damage. There's no Kyogres running around. There's Cramor.
Cramor's gonna fuck you up if you leave Gastrodon on the bench.
I would write a bot. It would lead
Analyze
Ensign
the
Grim.
highest attack stat of each of the opponents and light screen or reflect appropriately.
Turn one, turn two is Grimsnarl, reflect then light screen or vice versa. Ensign, fake out then parting shot. And then Zacian mashes Behemoth Blade and Groudon mashes Precipice Blades and maxes every game.
Okay.
I would just do that.
So, yeah, I think honestly you just pick random moves and you'd have like a 30% chance of winning, which is absolutely insane. Blossom does get after you. Blossom does get after you. It does not get Weather Ball.
That is the same as Vileplume. Good to know.
Yeah, it gets.
I don't really know why Blossom even exists. It's just like Vileplume, but slightly worse.
Yeah, it's like
it's cute though.
It's super cute.
It's pretty. It doesn't have any legs underneath its skirts.
That's not so cute.
Wait, how?
Yeah, if you look at the 3D model.
How do you know? What are you doing looking under that skirt?
None of your business, Mateo. Why? Last time I told you about my unchristian deeds, you were extremely upset about it.
We don't need to have these conversations.
Just don't look up Blossom's skirt. So,
okay,
Matt, what are you thinking?
I'm gonna let you guys decide. It's that's.
Honestly, after coming to the realization that setting screens just invalidates every single one of these teams, we should probably change all of us to like a 1.5.
No.
Okay,
we're
assuming
assuming
the screens exist. Forget that screens exist.
This is all out of 100.
I would say like maybe like a 4 or 5 for you.
I'd give it a 5.
I was also gonna say 5.
I mean, I at least have a mon that can pretend to threaten Zacian with Magmar. Like, Doug Trio, Max Doug Trio.
If you catch the absolute wrong lead, you can sort of do stuff.
I got some tools, like Doug Trio threatens Zacian, sort of. Magmar isn't that scared of Zacian, can burn it with
It is that scared of Groudon, though.
Base defense, though. Its base defense god awful for Magmar.
Yeah.
Run a Soul Vest, but turn it upside down so it raises defense instead of special defense.
Magmar has Eviolite.
I want like assault chaps.
Listen.
I will intimidate them for special attack. That's what I really
want. Listen, see, that's the thing. The reason Assault Vest exists is otherwise special attacks are just so much better than physical attacks. Like, Assault Vest is the one.
They're already so much better than physical.
Exactly, Assault Vest is the one.
We got all these Pokemon running around with a top on and no bottoms, man.
No bottoms. Give them some chaps.
Give them some chaps. Give us some assault chaps. You're telling me that there's assault gear in the Pokemon universe and they didn't think to make pants?
I'm gonna throw some calcs in general.
We gotta protect our chest really well, but there's definitely nothing vital about having.
It's decent though.
Like that. So we're
Thank
gonna
you.
Just forget that those exist and only make a vest for special.
All right. So these are the power rankings, and I'm gonna copy and paste. I think you guys are being unfair to me, but I'm biased. I think you're very unfair. So this goes in over 9,000. Power rankings for RTT teams.
What's the quote about the Spain something? The copy pasta.
Like ally switch.
You guys don't play fair. You rank me poorly against Behemoth Blade. I'm leaving your tournament.
The most competitively viable team in the game right now that's winning every single tournament against my RTT. Literally redeemed the trash team. I can't believe this. He's saying
Is there a post-COVID in-person tournament that RINYA SUN has not won? Like an official one? Okay, that's what I thought, yeah.
Like, all the Pokemon, like the regionals and international championships.
It's the chalk of 2022.
Yeah, they are just winning every single tournament.
It's so consistent, right? Like
little grassroots tournaments that different teams win. But
and I think the problem is that, like, it's fairly easy to counter team against it, but then you lose to just everything else.
There's so many variations of it too.
I think I want to bump Matt up to a 6.
Thank you.
I'm looking at Magmar actually just shits on Zacian. Like fully just.
It lives one.
It can max an Oko with no investment.
Wow, I love it.
Not no investment, but relatively little investment.
Thank you.
Never, modest with no EVs, one shots.
How does it do
in Sun?
Groudon plus like Charizard.
It doesn't. But having
I will say that by itself
it actually kind of doesn't do terribly against Zard. It gets demolished by Groudon, yes, but it outspeeds it. And it will-o-wisps
like
it.
Solar Beam or something even? I guess the Sylvester Groudon just like totally invalidates it though.
No, but you wisp it. You have a set of wisp. It doesn't get Thunderbolt. Why does this thing not get Thunderbolt?
But like
what happened?
Wisp, you're not maxing, and if you're not
for Magmar doesn't get Thunderbolt.
It doesn't.
Bro.
Oh, really? I don't.
Yeah.
No wonder it's
Mortar does.
Yeah, Mortar gets.
You get Burning Jealousy for Zacian.
Yeah, that's such a pain for me because my team has no electric stuff. Well, no. Actually.
Yeah, Thunderbolt on Magmortar is
aside from your 2 electric
phenomenal
types.
for its coverage.
Yeah, my team is like I found one gimmick that I liked and I decided to sell everything I owned to pursue that one gimmick.
I think I would bump Matt up to a 6.
Sorry.
It does.
Hang on. Jay, what was that again? I didn't hear you.
Skuntank has the King's Rock, doesn't it? It has Snarl. That's the only one who has Snarl on your team. Don't you dare.
I love me Skuntank. I really wanted to draft it in RMB.
Skuntank's legit. It's like statistically it's the same as Garbodor, but like Poison Dark's just such a broken typing, and like and like it just makes you feel so much better in certain matchups to have a dark type, like because you can't get prankstered, and it's like as silly as it sounds, like that's a huge deal.
Wait, this is RMB.
Yeah. So. All right. This was unexpectedly a lot of fun. I was not expecting so many people to jump in.
That's a good idea.
Well, when you see people in voice chat, you have to jump in and see what's going on.
Yeah, well now you know. And hopefully, so my
Such a good idea.
My Screencastify works like 70% of the time. Every once in a while, it just will lose an entire video. So we're hoping that this one saves. And if not, this was a lot of fun, and we'll always have the memories. Unless you weren't here for part of it, in which case you won't have.
And the final results.
Yes. So, thank you. Congratulations again to Jay for having unquestionably the best matchup into RINYA SUN.
Thank you. I'm bringing Whiscash 100% of the time. And, Riolu's pretty good there, too.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
That Wish tech is gonna make Solar Beam Charizard come back.
If they lead Instant Zacian, you lead Meowth Whiscash, you Rain Dance with Meowth, and then you smack Zacian.
Yeah, I can
or Instant. Up to you.
The Whiscash is like actually not bad. I was really excited when I saw it at 4 points. And it's RINYA SUN, it's even better.
Yeah. No.
Also, I can run like Fake Out, Meowth, plus like Taunt Haunter or something, stop the Grimmsnarl from setting screens. Will-O-Wisp, Zacian next turn. That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah, you got options. So, all right, guys, this was so much fun. If someone wants to play an armpit, I think it might be fun. But
I'm around.
RINYA SUN versus RTP Gauntlet.
oh no, I don't know if I have time to do that. We can do like a free for all or something, maybe.
I'm down for some Rambats.
Yeah,
I
I
could
got
do a-
recorded, so I gotta hop off. It's already midnight over here.
Oh yeah, you get some sleep, man.
Yeah, thank you. This is a good time. I'll see you soon.
Big hugs. I'm gonna
Peace.
stop the recording. Bye. Let's see. Please stop.
I could do a